right?
Oh, I love that cup.
Oh, the no drama llama.
I like the shape of it.
Oh,
and the whole thing. Yes,
it's very round.
Yes.
You know what's funny though is that it's left-handed. People want to see it. I got to drink with my left hand, which is fine with me. But
No, I just like the whole thing.
Is it as good as the official Salty Souls merch that is available?
We are Salty Souls. Yeah. Seeking stories.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Salty Souls, Stories That Transform. I'm Lori.
And I'm Michael.
And we explore love, humanity, and all the feels through all stories, whether it's smutty romance, chaotic fantasy, wholesome anime, or that weird thing you can't categorize.
So today we are diving into Murderbot episode 5, and last episode ended with our beloved SecBot shooting himself to protect the humans, and we're still not okay about it.
We are not. If you thought a show about a sarcastic security robot couldn't make you feel things, you were so wrong. This episode is about trust, survival, and what happens when someone who's never been trusted has to decide who they trust.
Yeah. And as always, we're keeping it real, honest, joyful, even when we're yelling at characters for not trusting our precious Murderbot. Sometimes we're analyzing trauma responses, and sometimes we're just mad at Gurathin.
So mad at Gurathin. If you're here for the emotional roller coaster, smash that subscribe button.
All right, ready to see if our SecUnit survives and how many trust issues we're about to unpack?
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Rogue War Tracker Infinite. Okay. Wow.
I mean, that's a great name, right? It's like the name of that video game, which, by the way, we need to find out what that was. I don't even remember. It's like Ultimate Death March 9000 Jack Claw 5. It's like, wait, what? Yeah. Uh-oh. Previously on Murderbot.
SecUnit can't be remade. It cannot read you. It's probably dead.
Mensah knows what she has to do.
She does. Never mind whether she's going to be any good at it. Anyway.
I mean, she did pierce a robot with a chainsaw, basically, right? I mean, and by the way, he did save her from getting shot.
And the whole ship down on the one, that was hilarious. Oh, God.
That's a lot of fun. I love how they were like, bam, 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 bam.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta make sure. You know,
so for supposedly not being combat capable, Mensah did a good job, actually.
Well, that was Pin Lee who stomped them. Anyway.
I know. Agreed.
Uh-oh. Hostile code detected. Wow.
Can't believe he took himself out to save them. He's like an innately good guy.
Right.
Or maybe he just doesn't want to live with that trauma.
I don't know. Get it. Why did he bother? This thing is heavy. It's a thing. It's not a thing. It's a person.
We still don't know what else is out there.
If that leg twitches, I'm done.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Just shoot it, people.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Don't give these people weapons.
That was so bad. So bad. Oh, man.
Will not hurt me.
Not unless you're stupid enough to take me to my repair cubicle and revive me.
Oh, there we go.
Idiot.
So aggravated with these people. He's so aggravated with them.
You're right. He is so aggravated.
He's like, I cannot with these people.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of makes sense because, They are kind of doing everything wrong.
They really are. They're very inept.
But it's funny because like they're doing the right thing. They're just not approaching the situations in like a tactical way, which is what he's judging it from.
Right. They
Yeah.
You're right. They have no strategy. They just have their ideals, which they do stick to.
Empathetically and like compassion wise, they are kind of doing the right thing.
Right. They have no tactic, no strategy for this implementation at all.
Yeah, I mean, I think eventually, like, we would look like whatever season of The Walking Dead where you like watch them like clear a house of zombies,
right?
And they're like super professional. It's like season 4 or 5 or something like that,
right? And
you're like, this is what happens after you've been surviving for a while,
right?
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that Alexander's a executive producer.
I do too.
You all right?
Sorry, we're 4 minutes in. I was just checking the time.
Okay.
And that was fucking stupid.
Will he though? Will he really?
Because the tendrils, the combat override mods have left him. Yeah, those guys. I think they look over there. Yeah. What is that?
Wow, he shot himself right in the sternum.
Yeah. I mean,
LeeBeeBee?
oh, look at her. She's like up to her. The woman's traumatized and you're trying to hit on her.
I think she's trying to like take care of her.
So, in order to save you, your SecUnit shot itself.
Yeah, that was pretty heroic.
Our SecUnit was just like...
Wow. Wow. I don't.
Wow.
Yikes.
She's in shock.
Rogue War Infinite Tracker Tribulation.
Then he goes,
What
terrible
in the
show.
world?
He knows the show. He's like, it's terrible.
There are so many good show names in this show, right? Where they just make up shows. Medical Center Argala.
I mean, to be honest, not unattractive.
Oh, wait, what? Wait.
Yeah. It doesn't. It doesn't.
Do you think it has a pee-pee? That's what you asked?
It does not. He does not.
Oh my God. Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Okay, so she just said, but probably like a half of the female population. Was
Right.
I'm just saying.
He heard all of that.
Wow, she added a lot of detail into that request, you know? Oh my God.
Right, I would be thinking no.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, these people.
Bardwaj is weird. Isn't this the one who's like hoards soap and was traumatized by the worm?
I like how the girlfriend's down on the ground hiding, like making herself as small as possible.
Gurathin? How come Gurathin hasn't gotten in there and done whatever he wanted? Oh, it's triggering memories. Oh my god.
Shitty planet.
We have no known data options for this continent.
Oh, right. My thoughts is not place call you guys adventurous.
Oh my god. Oh my god, yes.
Risk their lives to save the city.
Interesting.
Now remember to reboot me before you put me back online, so I'm killing you.
Ready to reboot? What? I'm gonna need you to plug into the system.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, he's gonna do it.
Uh-oh.
Versus who? Who else do they have?
No one.
Man, he's gonna get in there and snoop around. There's no way. Oh wait. Okay.
Oh, he's
good.
glad that he didn't kill them.
Yeah.
Looking at their hopeful faces.
Oh, there we go.
I was glad. That's what I say to myself all the time. I was glad I didn't murder them.
Hub system. Immobilizing.
Why? There's no danger.
What's wrong with it? As you know, I have been noticing some anomalies in the SecUnit.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go, Lori.
It hacked its government. Rogue? On the entertainment feed, this is what they call me.
Oh my god. Yes. Yes. They've discovered his big secret, aren't they? But like this is the group, right? This is
Right.
the group that you can do this with.
Right.
He was plotting his next move. He's trapped, sort of.
Okay. What exactly does this mean, Laura?
Gura.
I'll tell you what this means. Either I'm dead or you're dead. That's it. No control.
Look at him. He's like, yeah.
No, it's definitely not. It's a free agent. A rogue.
Oh, wow. A free agent. True, right? It shot itself. I mean, good point, right?
We have been sabotaged since the moment.
So I just gotta pause it for a second,
Okay.
right? I mean, what a great point that's being brought up, right? About like, it's like he's bothered because the corporate limiters are not in place, right? Because he comes from that whole world. It seems like he's got some kind of like data computer kind of like understanding of how this is supposed to function. And she's like, but hold on, he was already hacked and he shot himself to protect us. I gotta tell you, I would trust the person who had the choice versus over the person who was forced to go a certain way all day long.
Right. And that's one of their core beliefs in the Preservation Alliance. That was what they didn't like about these units in the first place. You remember, they didn't want one. Okay. They didn't want one. They wanted
Right.
to go without. And they're like, no, you can't do that. So
Yeah.
they don't like that they don't have free will. Well, this one does. It's perfect for them. You're right. So I think that Gurathin, this is just a theory, Gurathin has, what did he say? He hasn't been with the Preservation Alliance he's been there like more than 5 years, but less than 10. What did he do before this?
Oh, that's a good point.
Right.
Yeah.
What is his background that he's, this way? Plus he's got his own enhancements.
Right. And it doesn't seem like they like technology embedded into human beings. So now there's some speculation of like, wait, I don't think the Preservation Alliance would have done that. Is he from somewhere else? Like, that's the question.
Right. I wonder if he came that way to them already with this implant connection thing.
Because as much as connection as they have, he definitely
is the least connected to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're more connected to each other. I mean, they know him and they know what he can do, and
they have nicknames for him and all this stuff. Like but he doesn't seem as open or as like comfortable with the connection as they are. Yeah. This guy, by the way, I think does a great job.
I know. I love this actor.
Yeah. He's spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then here's the question. Okay, so first of all, that lady is sketchy as hell, right?
Oh yeah.
And the whole like sex conversation of like, hey, I wonder if it can grow to the length and its balls can vibrate and all this other like weird stuff. Like I don't even like what? What are you doing? And they can like go. I'm like, she really thought about this, at least her character, right? So she's sketchy as hell, and then she keeps kind of like overreacting. But maybe if she had been traumatized by the units, that would be like normal behavior. But like something's off about this. And what was she doing out in the wood? Like I don't know.
Right.
How did she get away?
Why
did she had blood all over her suit? Like.
I would always be suspicious of the lone survivor that magically appears out of the vegetation.
Right. And not only that, I mean, it's a little like quarantine protocol. It's like, oh, I got one of you. I don't have 3 to corroborate your story. I've got no security video feeds. And like he's right. Like his main, like Murderbot's main complaints are mainly about their lack of tactical expertise.
Right.
He doesn't actually seem to have a huge problem with their humanity other than just generally being disgusted by it. But I just want to say this before we keep going. That is the thing that's going to save him.
Yes.
So do you want to add anything else or we can keep going?
I think that people are gonna have to come to terms. It's like he's gonna have to realize that their humanity is going to save him, and they need to realize that his tactical expertise could save them if they would just listen.
God, how often is that true, right? Is that someone has a certain perspective and skills that will actually take care of you in certain contexts,
right?
And then someone else has certain perspective and skills that will take care of you in other contexts. Oh, I could not agree more, Lauren. Could not agree. I can't wait to see what happens.
Me too.
Number 1 suspect. Somebody is
Seki. Yeah.
Company has a financial interest in keeping you alive.
Yes.
Financial payments.
Yep.
Tell them how it spends its time. That's what this
Bartwatch is like not playing around.
Mostly serious. Mostly some show.
Sanctuary Moon, the greatest show of all time.
It's probably using it to encode messages to send to the company.
Really?
Hey, did you see the one where the colony solicitor killed the California supervisor who was the secretary gunner of their
Oh my God.
damn lie, she didn't kill him, she was framed by looking for bits and wires.
Yes.
Season 19, episode 4.
Oh my God. Season 19.
I love it.
Oh, that's so good. Oh, wow.
Attack the command post from Hudson Street.
Let Gurathin be, please.
I don't like you. You see? I was done.
Oh, interesting. That was a little bit of a violent response.
I don't have to obey our orders. Or anybody's orders. But that's been the case the entire time. Not anything.
Yeah.
I would like you to remain at least till we get off this planet.
Yeah. I mean,
At that point,
she recognizes, right?
Right.
I swear to you that I won't tell the company or anyone else at SecUnit anything
Okay. That's a fair option.
Well, she had to say that. What else could she do? I said what I had to say.
That's it? Yeah.
We'll reach it eventually. SecUnit. I would like you to understand that you are protecting as much as you protect yourself. That means my hub system has hub system hasn't recorded any of this. It set in an hour of mundane activities on the logs. Hub's outside agent. You cannot trust him. It's just his time to
Okay, smart. It's funny because that will actually put him in greater harm. So he's still making decisions in alignment with taking care of them. Right?
Right?
Oh, God.
Oh no! Please don't. What?
Is she like 3 and she's having a fight?
She seems very uninformed.
What was your job at DeltFall? I was mostly maintenance. You're disgusting. Under the whole corporation rim, with the whole indentured servitude thing, that's disgusting.
Oh, wow.
Quiet, please.
And that was bad news. So the emergency beacon? So the beacon kind of shoots up and then goes through the wormhole?
Well, of course we have to go out there and touch it.
Of course we do. This is like classic like tropes here.
Right,
Right?
but I love it. Why is it so far away?
Well, I think it takes 5 days for them to get the beacon and respond.
I'll take the hopper to the beacon and set it off manually.
Is she? I don't know. I think Penny Lee she did a good job, right? I mean, aren't they exposed in a known location?
We really have no idea how much the rescue ship will carry. We weren't allowed to reach in the first place anyway. Listen, do you really think this is
Oh my God. What is LeeBeeBee doing?
She wants to jump him.
I'm sorry that I said it.
Is she going to get in his personal space?
She already is. You look how he's looking away.
Yes. Why are you getting so close to him?
She's
What
got
was
a
that?
problem. She has a problem. She has a
Oh my
problem.
God. Is she going to try and...
Melt me.
Yes.
He's like, you
He's
know,
like, melt me down now.
oh my God.
Oh, Penley's first among equals, huh? First among equals. Cool. Good. Yes. So Gurathin is actually really attached to her.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Wow.
It's time to leave. Oh, come on. You should leave.
He's like, get me out. Get me out. Get me out. I need to leave.
He's like gonna bully him a little bit.
Oh my God.
We should leave.
We should leave. Let's go.
I have to say, I really like the design of the hopper.
I do too.
Did they run a scan, DNA check, records check against her? Ugh, amateurs.
I know, right?
Come on. Oh,
No.
So is she like, there's something going on with her.
yeah, he's prickly. I mean, He is the prickliest out of the group, so that's not really a
Right, but
surprise.
there's something else going on with her as well.
Yeah. Well, and plus, he's got to be upset character-wise because
Right.
she's off with
Right.
Murderbot, right?
Oh God, he's having to.
Oh my God.
Humans like talking about their offspring. Even if you didn't ask.
Not my favorite. Of course, I love you all.
2 minutes and 30 seconds to beat.
The company. Influences the company.
Yeah. A third party. Thank you. Let's start thinking.
But how do they do it without a company?
The company wouldn't arrange to have you killed. That clients are terrible at their brain. But someone might take money to conceal the existence of a third party on the planet.
Why?
Because most humans are greedy bastards.
Yep. I mean, she didn't have anything right. No argument about the greedy bastard part.
In fact, receiving confirmed orders. They did it on the series all the time. I just haven't done it myself before.
There's no sign of forced entry at all.
No, there was no sign of forced entry.
Maybe they knew the people in there, otherwise why would they let them?
You would do. If another group of scientists showed up at the habitat, so that they had just arrived on the planet and had an equipment failure, let them right in.
Without asking any questions. Wow.
He's not wrong.
That may be an understatement. He just rolled his eyes at her. Did you see that?
Yes.
When they went to DeltFall, they told them they were us. The people at DeltFall thought that they were helping us.
Yes. They pretended to be you so they could get in and kill her.
So he knew this somehow. Did he access the systems? He had figured this out already. Interesting.
I think the people back in the habitat are like in imminent danger.
Seriously. And like the third party, are they really going to let them like activate the beacon?
I don't think so.
First communication. Maintain this distance.
Oh, there's the beacon. Cool. Well, that seems safe enough.
It's not working. We'll have to reboot it by hand.
Can we do that?
Yes. And close by.
So why is the remote not working? That seems weird.
See that? I would think trap. It's a trap.
Yeah. Admiral Akbar, that whole thing.
Yes, it's
Right.
a trap.
The trap. I don't know. This doesn't seem like the right thing to do.
I want to talk about what happened earlier with Ray.
Wait, what is she wearing now? Is that like a Klingon like bard guard?
No.
We can talk about this.
Turn the hopper around now.
Oh my
Yep.
God. Oh my God.
That's a lot of fire.
Poor Hopper.
That is a chicken fried hopper right there. Someone get some honey mustard and some
Wow.
barbecue sauce. Wait, that was it? Oh my God. Wait, what just happened? Hold on. That was the end of
That
the
was
episode?
the end.
Bert? I'm like Beaker over here from the Muppets. Bert? What happened? That was the end?
All of a sudden, it's like, oh my God, turn it around.
Well, I guess we're gonna see what Preservation Alliance smells like with the Colonel's special blend of herbs and spices. Because I mean, that thing just got napalmed.
Wow.
Wow. They just kind of went for it a little bit.
So I have to say though, I mean, it was screaming, don't do this, you're going to die. It was like, hello, red flag. What are you doing?
It's like, don't open the door. Don't open the door. You know what? We're going to open the door. It's like, wait. No. It's like only bad things can happen if we open. Right. We're going to open the door.
Right. But I guess in a way though, I mean, this was the only thing to do. It's like consensus was, and even Murderbot agreed. We need to turn the beacon on.
Right.
Of course, you can't do it by remote. Of course, you can't do it like even like hovering close by. You've got to actually go touch it. So it's like, Here you
Yeah.
go.
I wonder if like scientists, when they're like designing stuff, they're like, yeah, let's put like engineers. They're like, you know what? Let's put a manual override here, and let's put it here as well, right? And let's put it here as well, because it just seems like, by the way, some of the manual things that you see in the movies are the most complicated things. It's like, well, we need 4 people to stand in 4 different directions
Right.
and turn something a special way while hopping up, down on one leg
Right.
and reciting something in like another language. It's
Right.
like, okay.
I personally like the idea of an actual switch or a device. You know, you've got to have. I appreciate that failsafe.
I mean, if it's a button
Yeah.
or like a keyboard, like I can get behind that. But like sometimes the movie tropes are like, it's this
No,
super complicated.
It's got a big giant switch.
Yeah. You're the one who's been designing these crazy things that
Yes,
show
it's
up in
been
the
me
movies.
this
You're
whole
the
time.
person.
I want a giant like breaker double handle switchy thing
And by the way, I want LeeBeeBee's name to be LeBooBoo for some reason.
because the boo boo is everywhere.
Everybody seems to be talking about these horrible LeBooBoos.
I don't get
Anyway.
it. I don't get it, but whatever.
So episode 5, and we're screaming. The trust issues, the team dynamics, Mensah being the only one with sense, and that ending, like that cliffhanger ending. This show really knows how to build some tension while exploring what it means to be considered a person.
What got you the most emotional? Murderbot was being suspected after its sacrifice. I mean, I see both sides. And
Yeah.
Maharaja and Rothi defending it, even though Rothi is he's cute, but he doesn't. I mean, brain cells.
He's a
Where are
knucklehead.
they? That beautiful conversation with Mensah, or the explosion that changes
Changes.
everything.
Yeah. So let us know in the comments, because we have thoughts and feelings about all of this. I'm still mad at Gurathin, by the way.
Totally.
yeah.
Still. But this episode is such a powerful exploration of how we decide who. I mean, that whole conversation, who decides trust? I mean, it just kept flipping. Who counts as people? And what happens when someone who's never been seen as a human has to navigate being suddenly visible,
Yeah.
even if they
Yeah.
don't have a pee-pee?
Right. Oh my God, that whole scene.
What it was
I mean, I'd be very interested to know where LeeBeeBee takes that whole thing. So, yeah. So next week we're diving into episode 6, and based on the weird sexual statements and that explosion, I would say that things, even if they're calm, are about to get more intense. But right now, they are very exciting.
If you want to experience this incredible story about autonomy, trust, and finding humanity in unexpected places, subscribe and hit the bell.
Yeah, this is why we love Murderbot. It's not just about this like sarcastic robot that just wants to be left alone. It's about what it means to be seen, to be trusted, and to choose connection despite everything in your kind of nature programming, right? Telling you not to.
So, we're Salty Souls, and whether we're defending our precious SecUnit from doubters or crying over casual conversations,
We're always here for stories that challenge us to see personhood in new ways.
thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the most human thing isn't being human at all.
It's choosing to care when we don't have to. So,
See you next week.
see you next week.